Last session we discussed about what are all the supported platforms for IdentityIQ 8.0, and we have installed the Java 11 version, and we have installed application server, and we have installed the database server. Today we learn how to install SailPoint IdentityIQ. These are all the steps. We need to stop the Tomcat server, install the IdentityIQ WAR file into web apps directory, application server, configure the product Hibernate files if we needed, configure the IdentityIQ database and tables, configure the IdentityIQ installation, initialize the IdentityIQ and verify your installation, import initial configuration objects like init.xml and init-lcm.xml, start the Tomcat server, login and check. So we are going to perform these steps one by one. First, this is the application server. We have this is the application server we have installed in last session. So stop the services. Next step, extract the WAR file in web apps folder. So go to C drive. We have created one folder right here. Here, if you extracted this zip file, it is downloaded from IdentityIQ SailPoint Compass. If you extract this one, it will contain this. It will contain this. It will contain database folder and docs folder and integration. In database folder, it will contain database DDL scripts, all those things. In docs folder, it will contain like administration guide and installation guide. So go to copy this IdentityIQ.war file. Go to Tomcat, web apps, create one folder, name it as I am giving name as my key ID. Paste here. Take command, extract the WAR file. jar space -xvf space IDENTITYIQ.var. See, it is extracting. We are extracting IdentityIQ.war file. What is the command? jar space -xvf space IdentityIQ.var. So once it is extracted, we'll close the command prompt and we'll remove the WAR file. We'll remove the WAR file. We have to remove WAR file, right? We have already extracted. So 58 items is there. Just delete this one. Yeah, 57 now. What is next step? See, we did these two steps. Application server stopped and we have extracted the IdentityIQ.war file. Configure the product Hibernate file. We'll discuss this step in product Hibernate files to add extended HBM files in add extended searchable attributes in HBM files. We'll discuss in separate video. It is a lengthy topic. We'll discuss. We can add extended attributes once we install the IdentityIQ also we can add. Okay. So as of now, we are skipping these steps. We'll add extended attributes later. Configure the IdentityIQ database and tables. So to configure the IdentityIQ database and tables, where we have extracted the WAR file, we call it as installation directory. In installation directory, web.inf folder is there. In web.inf classes for in web.inf web apps, web.inf database folder is there. In database we have DDL scripts, create underscore identity IQ underscore tables hyphen 8.0.db2. This is for db2, this is for MySQL, this is for Oracle, this is for MS SQL Server. Open in Notepad++. Meanwhile, connect to database instance what we have created in last session. This is SQL Server Management Studio. To SQL Server Management Studio, we are connecting to our database instance. What is our database instance? IQDB is our database instance. See, right now there is no databases, only system databases is there. See, there is no databases. We are creating in this step IdentityIQ database and IdentityIQ plugin database and users and tables of IdentityIQ. See, in database folder, it will contain DDL scripts. Open this as create underscore IdentityIQ underscore tables hyphen 8.0.mysql SQL Server. Open this one, and we have to change some. We have to include this two here. Create login. Yes, here we have to include. Check underscore policy equal to off. Check underscore expiration equal to off. Yeah, here we have to add this two. So go to here, take new command, new query, copy this whole thing. What I'm doing, DDL scripts I am running. What it will do, it will create IdentityIQ database, IdentityIQ plugin database, and IdentityIQ tables, IdentityIQ plugin tables, and users. See, database only master database, model database, MSDB. This database only there. This see, we don't have any other databases. See, in security also, login also. See, once we run the script, see what is contained, what it will do. Just execute. Observe here. Executing query. Query executed successfully. Now refresh once. Now see, it will create IdentityIQ database, IdentityIQ plugin database, and it will create a tables for that IdentityIQ. See, these are all the tables. See, in security, login, see, it will create login also. So now what is next step? See, configure the IdentityIQ database and tables. We have done this step. Configure the IdentityIQ installation. What we have to do in this step, we have extracted the WAR file in web apps folder, and we have created database and the tables also. To make connection between application, what we have extracted in web apps folder and database, we have one file is there in installation directory web.inf classes. We have one file called IAQ.properties file is there. There we have to mention the host name, database type, database name, user ID, password to connect application to database. Okay. What we have to do in configuration step, configure the IdentityIQ installation. What we have to do in this step, making the connection between application and database. web-inf classes folder is there. This is our installation directory, my key ID. Installation directory web-inf classes iaq.properties file. See, by default it is given for MySQL. Comment these two things. Comment this thing. See, you have to uncomment in MS SQL server. See, MS SQL server. Before that, we have to configure the port number for this is for default instance. We have created named instance, right? IAQDB. We have to add the port number. To add port number, SQL Server Configuration Manager is there. This is by installation only it will contain SQL Server Configuration Manager. So go to your instance. Once you open the see how you can go to a configuration manager. You can also go from here SQL SER configuration manager. Yeah. SQL SER SQL Server Configuration Manager. Need to enable TCP IP. By default it will be disabled. You need to enable. Just it is disabled. It will contain like this. You need to enable. So enable. Go to properties first. Make it as 1477. I am giving port number 1477. Remember this one 1477. Properties. Let me make it 1477. Just apply 1477. I am giving TCP port. Apply and OK. To apply these changes, we need to restart the instance. To restart the instance, what we have to do? Go to here, services, SERVM, services. See, in services, SQL Server Go. This is our instance, right? IAQDB. It is running now. So just right click, restart it. Why we are doing this step? We have changed the port number, right? To apply port number changes, all those things. We are restarting our instance. Oh, sorry. Try to disconnect. So this one. Windows could not stop the. Just restart the server once. Generally, it will restart. Currently, we are in which step? Configure the IdentityIQ installation. We are making the connection between application and database here. What we'll do in next step? Initialize the IdentityIQ and verify your instance. I'm pausing video. Once it is ready, yeah, what we are doing? See, we have changed the port number here. To apply port number, all those things, we are restarting the services. What is the port number we have given? 1477. Okay. Just go here. How we can go? You all know. Here you can go. Is here, services. And you can go from here also, services.msc. So SQL Server. This is our instance. SQL Server IQDB. It is now running. Just stop. See, now it is empty. And start. See, it will change empty to running. Now try to connect. See, now try to connect our database instance. See, we can able to connect. See, check one more time. If services are stopped, we can't able to connect. See, now try to connect. See, it will come error. See, services stopped. So just start the services. In services.msc, start the service. Now try to connect our database instance from SQL Server Management Studio. This is SQL Server Management Studio. To SQL Server Management Studio, I am connecting to SQL Server instance, our database instance, IAQDB. See, I can able to connect. We have changed the port. We have given the port number 1477, right? I'll try to connect with port number also to check port number is working or not. Mission name, comma, 1477, right? We have given port number. Yeah. See, I can able to connect with port number also. So our port number is working. just start the agent services also. You can able to restart from here also. Agent services. This is our agent service. Start. So our instance agent service and database both are running. See, it's running. Now try to connect our database instance. SQL Server Management Studio. So I am connecting our database instance. See, now SQL Server agent also connected and SQL Server database instance we are connected. Just go to here, connect. Yeah, this is our database IdentityIQ plugin, and these all are our IdentityIQ tables. So what is next step? Configure the IdentityIQ installation. We did this step, right? Configure the IdentityIQ database and table. Configure the IdentityIQ installation. We are here. What we are doing? Making the connection details to application and database. IAQ.properties file. In IAQ.properties file, we are making the changes to connect to database. 1477. Copy this thing. Just change it. This is SQL Server. This is our see. This is our mission name. 14:1477. See, this is our server name. This is port name. Save. Here also on comment this MS SQL server, MySQL, sorry. Go to MS SQL session. Replace. Just uncomment this one. The future purpose. See, in localhost, we are giving mission name. In port number, we are changing our port number. 1433 is default port number. Database name, identity plugin, right? Save the changes. So what we did, we did this step, configure the IdentityIQ installation. We are making the connection between application and database. What is next step? We are either we are checking in this step, initialize the IdentityIQ and verify your installation. So what we are doing here, we are checking either connection details is correct or not. To do in fifth step, initialize IdentityIQ and verify your installation. To do that, go to installation directory, webinf, installation directory, or Tomcat installation directory. Our IdentityIQ installation directory, Tomcat, web apps, MyKID. This is we are calling as installation directory, webinf, bin. Take command. What we have to do? Run the we need to run IIQ console. Why? If IIQ console given error, like IIQ given IIQ console give the error, we need to check the IQ.properties files because it is not establishing the connection between application and database server. So Just checking. We from here where installation directory webinf bin. Take command. Just run the IAQ. So see IAQ console administration console. Just IAQ space 1 S. If it give any error, we have to recheck the iq.properties file. If it give any error means we are it is not establishing the connection between a database and our application. So it is not giving any error. See, IQ console is running. What is next step? This step is completed. We are checking initialization. So connection details, everything is correct. So IQ console is running. What is next step? Import the initial identity IQ objects and import the initial import the initial configuration objects into identity IQ database. So what we are doing in this step, generally we are created database. In that database empty tables, there is no data. If you import the in IQ console, import init.xml. If you import init hyphen lcm.xml, what it will do, it will import the out of the box users reports and default task workflows, all those things into identity database. So we are opening console, right? See, generally our database is empty. In our database table, see, these all are empty. Try to check one table. SQT hyphen identity will check. New query, take new query. Drag and drop. Select start from. Execute this query. See, it through DDL script, it will create table structures and database. Data is nothing in this one. In all tables, just it create the structure. In all tables, data there is no data as of now. Once you import the init.xml file, init hyphen lc init and hyphen lcm.xml file, it will import the default out of the box users, reports, and workflows, all those things. So console, how you can go to console, you know, right? Try to close. Yes. Here installation directory bin cmd, take cmd. IAQ, just click on IAQ space console. Why we are doing this step? Newly created identity IQ database will be empty, is empty. So initialize the identity IQ, initializing identity IQ will set up all system objects. So like once you import the init.xml file, init-lcm.xml file, it will import the out of the box users, reports, default tasks, workflows, all those things. The console is ready. See, check, help, or else, yeah, help. These are all the commands. We can use it in console. I have console commands. These are all. I am doing the import, check import. See, import object from file. What it will do? Import init dot xml. See what it is doing. It is importing like reports, capabilities, like connectors, all those things, like default reports and workflows, all those things. It is importing. Why we are doing? Generally, our database is empty. If you if you import this, all those things, import init.xml, what it will do, it will initialize the identity, like it will create out of the box users, reports, default tasks, and workflows, all those things. See, still it is importing. We wait some more time. Till it is importing. Still it is importing. See, observe. It is importing all those things what are needed for identity. See, importing is completed. We have to import one more thing, right? Lifecycle manager. For that, what we have to do now? Import init hyphen lcm dot xml. It will import lifecycle manager. See, see, it is importing. Importing is completed. So where we are, we have completed this step. Import the initial configuration objects like the init.xml and init-lcm.xml files into IdentityIQ database. Okay. what we have to do? Next step, start the Tomcat server. Next step, log in into IdentityIQ. Close this one, command prompt. Now you can check. See, see, it is imported. See, default user, SP admin, all those things. So once you did this step, like in 6 step, import initial configuration objects, init.xml and init-lcm.xml. It will do new, like generally newly created IdentityIQ database is empty. If you initialize these things, it will create out of the box users, reports, default tasks, workflows, all those things. Okay. Now next step is start the Tomcat server and try to log in into IdentityIQ. Completed. Start the Tomcat server. This is our Tomcat server. Start the services. Yeah, Tomcat is running. Now try to log in. What is the port number we have given? 8082. Default. I think 8082. See, now Tomcat is running. Tomcat is running. What is our application? MyKID. See, we can able to access our application. Default user is SP admin. Also, see, we can able to access our application. C Lifecycle Manager. In next session, we'll discuss about HBM files, branding, all those things. Image branding, UI branding, all those things we'll discuss in next session. and we'll discuss about HBM files also. So what we discussed today, how to install IdentityIQ 8.0. So what are the steps? Stop the Tomcat server, extract the IdentityIQ WAR file into web apps folder, and configure the IdentityIQ database and tables, configure the IdentityIQ installation, initialize the IdentityIQ and verify your installation, import initial configuration objects into IdentityIQ database, start the Tomcat server, and log into IdentityIQ. These all steps we did. In next session, we'll discuss about HBM files and all those things, and we'll discuss about branding, UI branding, image branding, all those things. Thank you.